Okay. Okay, may I have your full name, please?
Laszlo on top.
Laszlo, yes. Here I have the questions 1 to 10, but I send you. I would like to discuss something about our community, about our business. My idea is to make a future presentation for a new book. I have one, but I'd like to have more deeper, and I'd like to go into the community itself, because strata, like it's called, it's not understandable by the owner. So you as a very high hierarchy associate, I'm going to ask for your opinion as much as you can, and that's going to be my first question. As think about the challenge you have recently, about something about the community, something about your presentations, or anything what you face personally, if you don't mind to share with me.
Of course. I think the strata scheme and the way we govern the current legislation that's in place in BC is a good one. Not all provinces in Canada are using the strata scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this legislation will continue to evolve, and the Strata Property Act will be amended from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest miss is how do we convey the message effectively to our clients,
Mm-hmm.
and how do we bring that educational piece to strata councils and owners and tenants. How do we educate this this industry as a whole, including service providers and developers and so on and so forth. So at Associa we are hosting regular educational seminars to provide a venue and the vehicle for the owners and for our clients to better themselves and to have a better understanding of what we do, what they are tasked to do under the Strata Property Act, and unfortunately the participation is not where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
We have almost 4,000 council members in our portfolio alone with this company.
Wow.
And that's an average estimated number if we would calculate that with 7 council members per strata.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 4,000 council members, we have somewhere between 20 to 35 council members at these venues. Just to give you an idea how difficult it is to bring that educational piece to our clients. And I think we as a company,
Mm-hmm.
we're going above and beyond to provide good quality service, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for strata managers, whether they're working for Associa or other management companies.
Mm-hmm.
This profession is very demanding,
Mm-hmm.
and for strata managers to be out there and deliver good quality services to strata communities is commendable.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So for you the biggest challenge was, you're saying, to attract people to educate themselves, which actually I'm planning to do, because I don't think that somebody from the industry, not only you, but kind of going to the free market, Facebook or whatever, doing that. Well, there are government websites, but I have the feeling that people do not understand the legalese and they are afraid, or plus the realtors do not go so deep. They don't have time to go so deep. They don't have time to respond in a deep level. I was lucky when I was buying as an owner, because the realtor gave me the minutes and you have to sign it. But of course, if you have some more challenges, like now I know, you cannot know in advance. This is the only challenge which bothers you regarding this industry, or you have something else except the education, if you can share? Of course.
Well, I think everything comes from the lack of education and the lack of knowledge, and and fair enough, when you purchase a home and you move in, you really want to focus on your own personal life. That's your sanctuary. That's where you relax, and you just want to kind of retreat and not to worry about anything else. And you're expecting the management company and the Strata Council and all the service providers just to take care of your home and the common property automatically, and not realizing and recognizing that the current provincial legislation, the Strata Property Act, requires the owners to be part of that decision-making team. So I think in the future this industry is going to get better, and there will be some kind of licensing requirement for Strata councils. That's what I see in the future of property management. Right now, for a homeowner just to put their hands up and to volunteer to be on council and become responsible to manage a multi-million-dollar corporation and become a CEO essentially of this multi-million-dollar corporation is a huge responsibility, and often people they take this decision very lightly, and just because the spouse is encouraging some of these owners to be on council, because then we can drive our own personal agenda, or because we're going to have a better say in the affairs of the Strata Corporation. That is just so wrong on so many levels, and that's the biggest challenge Strata managers are facing, to work with people who are really not up to the task. And then you're going to end up with unrealistic expectations, people who are not reading the Strata Property Act. It is not a bad read, and it's a very easy read. You can go through it fairly quickly, but most council members will never read that. And they will be complacent that the management company is going to do right by them, which of course management companies are doing the best they can, but at the end, the Strata Council will have to make a well-informed decision. How would they like to proceed? And same goes for whether it's contracts, whether it's dispute resolutions, dealing with complaints, and the financial and the building maintenance aspects of the building, so on and so forth. So I think there are quite a few challenges that this industry is facing, that we still need to overcome. But we can only do it with the client's help.
Yeah, that's why I'm planning to do, and especially this video is going to help by people watching to understand what our industry is, because they think that property manager is a caretaker. They need property manager, it's everything. By the way, I spoke yesterday with one of our colleagues, Joey. He was very adamant that in Hong Kong they are following the English law for the property management, but today I met an English person born in England. He says we don't have such a thing. So property manager, and even in